Reports are coming in of thousands of refugees, Muslim refugees, that are now converting to Christianity. Now, there isn't any hard data on the exact numbers of individuals that are converting to Christianity or the reasons why they're doing it. But some are speculating that it's a mix of many different reasons, including just wanting to change their religion because they identify more with Christianity, or because they want to get asylum in certain countries where Muslims are discriminated against. Now, the German pastor of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Berlin calls the conversion phenomenon, quote, a gift from God. In his modest community, a staggering 1,200 Muslims, mainly Afghans and Iranians, converted in just 3 years. In Hamburg, where German ARD TV showed the Pakistanis and Afghans lining up to be baptized by a pastor of Persian church community, more than 600 people reportedly were received into the congregation. So those are just a few examples, but you're seeing it in various European countries. And interestingly enough, in some parts of Europe, like let's say the Netherlands, it could work against you because they might think that you're doing it purely to seek asylum, and it'll turn governmental officials off to granting you asylum.
Yeah. So I've got a lot of mixed feelings about this.
By the way, if that's what if that's what it is, and I didn't even fully believe the story because it's mostly anecdotal, right? It doesn't have any hard numbers, but that would strike me as a reason to do it. I mean, if it's really about getting your family to safety, and in a sense that makes me pleased. It makes me angered that they wouldn't just accept you at your Islamic faith and take you in. The flip side is if you got to get your family safe, you're like, yeah, fine, we're Christians, whatever. What needs to happen here?
It's a little bit of a disaster, though, because let's say you go to a European country, you really need to get asylum to save your family from the terrible things that are happening in your own country, and you try to convert and they deny you asylum, well, then you're forced to go back to that country where you could be murdered for converting.
So that leads to my 2 points about this. So
I wouldn't mention the conversion when I went back.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Bob Smith. I don't know who that guy is. Yeah. No, I'm back to Muhammad Abdullah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so no, but that is the reason why it's easier in Germany and why they have more of these conversions in Germany, because if once you've converted to Christianity, they then, when you're seeking asylum, say, well, if I go back now as a Christian, I'm in a lot of trouble and I could be killed for that. So give me asylum. Netherlands goes, yeah, I see the trick you're playing. Whereas Germany goes, yeah, mach schnell, give them the asylum. And literally, like mach schnell, it becomes quicker and easier to do it. So if you're having a debate as to the main reason they're doing it, I'm sure there are others.
Do you know what
that's
mach schnell
probably
means?
The main reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what mach schnell means?
It means make it quick.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, please, I took German.
Yeah.
Now,
I just thought it was more of a jawohl at that time than a mach schnell.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but maybe afterwards they have a Kartoffelsalat. Okay, so now the other reason that they might be doing it is, and this is not mentioned in the article at all, and it's fascinating that they didn't really quite grasp this part of it. All these guys, almost all of them are running from fundamentalist Islam, right? So they're not necessarily running from Islam, although in their case, since they're converting, it's quite literal, right? But they're being attacked by guys like ISIS, who are fundamentalist Muslims, and there's like, if you grew up in a secular country that was Islamic, you might think, okay, Islam not so bad. If you had to pack up your whole family, leave all of your belongings, go through this unbelievable journey where you risk your life, and you're in a different country, and you had to do all that because there was this group of Muslims who say Muslims kill other Muslims, and they do all this, etc.
So you're not Muslim enough.
It might in that context, you might be like, yeah, man, I don't know. If that's Islam, I'm not sure I want to be in it, right? Whereas if you grew up in a secular country, you might think like Islam's no big deal. It depends on the culture at that moment. So it is perfectly reasonable that they would be rebelling against that from which they ran, right? And it's not like these conversions, there's not that many of them anymore, but there used to be whole-scale conversions before, both forced and unforced. Persians are converting away from Islam. Yeah, well, they converted from Zoroastrian to Islam in the first place. So is it that crazy that they'd go from Islam to Christianity when now they're in a place where it's mainly Christian? And then I have my own unique theory, which is they got to Germany and they're like, oh, the Christians have benches they sit on during their service. Like Muslims, if you don't know, have to sit on their knees, right? And it kills, like,
Yeah.
for a long time, you're constantly on your knees. It's killing your legs. And they're like, oh my God, look at the Christians with their benches.
Yeah, but it's also, it's all part.
It's so comfortable.
How come no one ever converts to no religion at all, right? Like,
Well, actually, a lot of people do.
no, I know
But not
they do.
in
But
mass like this.
I'm talking about this particular trend and how it's going from Islam to Christianity. Why? I mean, I feel like it's much more believable if you're doing it because you want to seek asylum to go in and say, I reject Islam, but I reject all religion. I want to move on with my life. Religion. I have been the victim of religion, and as a result, I want to move forward and live my life a different way.
Now, you're probably an apostate either way, and you'd be an apostate and an atheist, so they should grant you asylum even quicker. Because, boy, you'd be in a lot of trouble as an apostate and an atheist if you wind up back in ISIS territory, right? But there is a literal answer to your question. It's because there isn't anyone pushing you to do that en masse. Whereas in this story, another Christian pastor in Germany explains there are some churches who proselytize more. And he said the more they push, the more converts we get. But we don't want to push because we don't think that that's the right way to convert people. We want them to come if they find Jesus in their hearts, etc. But of course, the churches that are pushing more, and by the way, pushing not just in like, hey, Jesus is awesome, he's got love and peace and happiness, right? But also will give you food and shelter.
Let's not brush over what is probably happening here, which is many Christian denominations, many churches in many places reaching out to these people, maybe with the secret hope of converting them, but probably just with the honest sense of never have we been confronted with people who need help more. Hey, whether you're Muslim or not, dinner is here. We will make sure your kid gets a coat. And so, yeah, you're like, well, these guys seem great. Thanks.
Well, there's one church that says you get free Dutch lessons and you get temporary stay in a Dutch Christian home if you convert. Now, I'm sure in their mind they think it's a twofer. I'm helping them that way, and I'm helping them to get into heaven.
And also, but I just mean it's not always that sinister. Like some of these pastors may be like, you have to convert. So just convert. Go through them. Also, they're like, yeah, but then unlike, hey, we got great news. Our church is every Sunday. What if I don't come? Well, then come the next Sunday. Like nobody's coming after you. Like there's no really bad news here. We don't throw you out.
Yeah, I'm agnostic. I'm with Anna. I wish they'd just realize, oh, wait, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, if it turns out they go from one religion that doesn't make sense to another religion that doesn't make sense, but that gives them a free home and free Dutch lessons, yeah.
And I mean,
Also,
I can live with it.
I also want to make one real quick point about, the refugee crisis happening in Europe. I know that the vast majority of refugees are Muslim, but they're not all Muslim, right? There's a Christian population in Syria as well. My dad was born in Damascus, right? He's Christian. He's of Armenian descent. I mean, thank God he left Syria when he did. But imagine if he was stuck in that country now and he was denied asylum because they would just assume that he's Muslim.
Of course, there's plenty of Christians, and they've been massive. What were the ones on the mountain? The Yazidis?
The Yazidis. Yeah. They're not Christians. They're Yazidis.
But they're not Muslim, right?
But they're not Muslim, yeah. There's the Syrians. There's the Alawites are kind of an interesting thing. They are Muslim. They're a little closer to the Shiites. And that's Bashar al-Assad's family. So they're okay. Unless ISIS gets a hold of them. But anyway, yes, there's a lot of different religions in the area. And to say we're not letting Syrian refugees in is enormously obnoxious, but I don't know what's more obnoxious, saying, I don't trust anybody from Syria, or saying, no, I'll only take the religions I like.
Yeah, exactly. It's both terrible.
Yeah.
But mostly it's good that these people have somewhere to go.